Okay, what we are working on today is a lower body workout that is going to use light weights and bands or just body weight. So if you're at home with no equipment at all, this is still something that you can do. I'm going to go through the 16 exercises and demo each of those so you know exactly what we're looking for. And then I will go through that with you and do the workout with you at 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So one circuit of 16 exercises should, be around, me and math, like 12, 13 minutes, something like that. So you break after that and then go through the circuit 2 more times. So you're doing it a total of 3 times. And I think you will be surprised at how sore you can get your legs using just light weights or even no weights at all. So exercise number 1 is the squat jump, which we all know. Again, key is keeping that torso upright, not letting that torso come forward. Touch and explode, squat jump, or modified has a little hop in between. Curtsy to side lunge. I have my kettlebell here. If I was holding a kettlebell, I know some of you have kettlebells. If I'm holding the kettlebell here, curtsy lunge, I'm over. I'm trying to keep my shin as upright as possible. I don't want my shin coming over like that with too much of an angle. So keep that shin upright. I'm making a exaggerated step behind, up. I'm off camera here, but over to side. Plant legs stay straight. My butt goes back to side. Push up. Curtsy to side. If you're holding a dumbbell, I would just hold one this way. Cindy also likes holding it this way, but it's that same motion. Okay, curtsy to sideline. Number 3, we'll do curtsy to side to the right, curtsy of side to the left, and then suicides. So suicides, whatever your space is at home, you can see mine here. So it's just a shuffle, shuffle, touch, shuffle, shuffle, touch, and you're just gonna go back and forth on your suicides. Sumo to lunge. Again, holding a weight or kettlebell or nothing at all. I get into that exaggerated sumo stance, positioning, knees and toes, same direction, and I'm thinking knees back here, and my glutes should automatically be engaged. I stay low, sumo, I turn to lunge. See how now my torso is facing this way, back knee low, back to sumo, now my torso is going the other way, to lunge, sumo to lunge. I'm just going back and forth. If that's a lot, just do that without any weight, and I promise you, you'll feel it. Then, all of our favorites is that sumo plie. Again, with or without weights. Sumo stance, knees and toes. I'm holding a weight. I get down low into my sumo, and I come up onto my toes. And I'm just gonna pulse for 30 seconds. If that's too much, try it without weight, heels up. Try it without weight. If that's still too difficult, you can come to a wall, get into that position, and just sort of use the wall to help your balance with that heels up plie. Reverse lunge skip. Get our heart rates going here a little bit. I go back, explode, back, explode, back, explode, and I'll tell you to switch halfway, and we'll go to the other side. If that's too much, back, toe touch, back, toe touch. Bear crawl, pulse. You all know these bear crawls are my favorite. So, bear crawl positioning. Here, I'm going to do it from the side so you can really see. Start on all fours. Shoulder and wrist are stacked. Knees are stacked here under my hips. I sort of turn my toes under here and just simply lift up so that my knees are about an inch or two off the floor. All I'm going to do for the pulse is go back to start, back to start, back to start. Keep looking at your knees and make sure they're staying that 1 to 2 inches from the floor. At first you'll think this is really nothing, and then a little bit into it, you're going to start to feel a burn right here. After the bear crawl pulse, we're going to do a bear crawl donkey kick. So, same positioning applies here. Wrist and shoulders stacked, hips and knees stacked. Tuck those toes, come up. Knees are a couple inches from the floor. This takes a lot of core and a lot of control. Donkey kick. We'll do one side for 30 seconds, rest, switch, other side. If it's too much for you to hold that knee off the ground in the bear crawl pose, then you'll just come down to all fours and do a traditional donkey kick. Lateral hops comes next. We know that one. Reverse lunge. I'm going to pick up my kettlebell. Whatever weight you have or no weight is what we're going to use here. Think about what you have at home. A gallon of water, a gallon jug full of water is about 8 pounds. What about your laundry detergent bottle? What about, do you have bottles of water? Anything that will give you some weight or resistance that you think you can handle, give it a try. Experiment a little bit. So, reverse lunge when you're using light weight. The key to this is to keep tension in that plant leg. And I do that by keeping a slight bend in that plant leg the whole time. The moment I come up, I'm relieving the tension and therefore giving my muscles a break. So if I'm using light weight and I'm holding one here, by all means, if you have 2 weights, you can hold 2 weights to your side here for these reverse lunges. But I go back, getting as low as I can with that back knee up. You can see I'm keeping tension here. I go this way. Back, up, tap, tap. This is under constant tension, and I'm holding this weight right here. We'll do one leg for 30 seconds, then we'll hit the other leg for another 30 seconds. Then, to really burn out those quads, we're going to do that mini reverse lunge jump again. Remember, this one is a tap, tap, jump, jump, holding that weight right here against your chest for that. Then we're going to put on our loop bands around our ankles here, and we're going to get those outer thighs with that outer thigh pulse. Key on this one is keeping these legs as straight as possible. The minute we start to bend them, the easier it becomes. Also, the minute we start to get them down here, the easier it becomes. You want that 90-degree angle with legs and torso, and you want those legs straight. I keep tension in the band the whole time, and I'm pulsing. Okay, outer thigh pulse. You'll then get up, and we're going to do standing rear raisers next, and I will have you switch halfway. Remember this, if you need to hold on to the wall, you can. Otherwise, I have a plant leg, straight leg, tension in that band, and pulsing. Keep that torso stationary. Doesn't have to be upright because that's a lot on your lower back. But where your starting position is where it stays. It doesn't rock as you're doing that lift. And then halfway, we'll switch. Okay? Those are our 16 exercises. We'll go through that at 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. And then we'll break and do it again.